It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Man, it is great to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit full stride. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. And tonight, we get to see Mohamed Bamba. Tremendous size and strength, but also extremely bright, Kenny. Schools with the highest level academics offered him scholarships.
Wow, because he's a smart guy off the court who still honors his basketball IQ. I love that. I love that about guys. And you know, he's just one of the rare breeds of everything you want. He opposing defender, blocking shot, alters everything, and a great student.
And on the offensive end, very raw, runs the floor very well. Needs to add a lot of strength, though.
Coming up shortly, it's the tip. We'll go courtside to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Here live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. This is the last stop for the 76ers before returning back to Philadelphia. Everyone on this team is pleased with the beginning of the season. They're playing so well right now, 5 consecutive wins.
You know, this is a great team, and I wouldn't put it past them to continue to play at a very high level. I mean, that's the makeup of the squad. You know, they've got great character, tremendous talent, and obviously very well coached. They very well could continue to play this kind of basketball throughout the course of the season.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7 feet, but at player introductions, they say 7'2" center, Joel Embiid. Now, Brett Brown says when you stand next to him, you understand the difference between 7 feet and 7'2". He's a big man, Kevin.
He is tremendous size and skill to match, T.A. Thanks. Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy. So fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Redick and Covington, the shooters on the wing. The young stars, Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. And it's Fultz in at the 1. Now here's Fultz. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Teardrop shot, and Simmons with the nice bucket inside. Simmons got the opening field goal of the game for the 76ers. And Augustine kicks to Isaac. Down low, Embiid with the steal. Passes to Fultz. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
And I think they could hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
Well, this was a competitive game, and it looked like it would end a lot closer. But that's the home court advantage kicking in, those extra points down the stretch.
And really, not much else you can do against Simmons. That close to the cup, this guy just too clever.
The drive by Gordon. He kicks to Vucevic. Fournier against Redick. Vucevic tries again. He gets that one.
Well, we know this. Fournier is a multi-position guy, and how adept was that pass? Really nice.
And the pass to Covington. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Augustine. And Redick, here we go. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. And the shot goes in.
How about the touch and the under-control nature of what Aaron Gordon is doing close to the cup? That's nice.
Pass to Covington. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Now here's Isaac. Defense is right there. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Here's Isaac. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Pass to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. 5 to shoot. Here's Fultz. Fournier pulls it down. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. Passes it to Augustine. Over Simmons. And it doesn't even draw iron.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Isaac, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid.
Well, the size and the length of Jonathan Isaac presents a problem for the defense. This guy uses that frame to draw fouls.
And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
And that one misses.
You know, early on, Jonathan Isaac has drawn some comparisons to Kevin Durant. This is a long, athletic, multi-talented forward. He's got tremendous potential.
He hits the second from the line.
One thing you have to consider if you're the Orlando Magic is finding some level of consistency. And I mean that both in terms of the roster and the coaching staff. To me, when there's a lot of turnover in both of these departments, it can take its toll on an organization, and we've seen that with Orlando.
Augustine passes to Isaac. Covington with the steal. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Redick. Simmons got 8 points.
And at 6'10", a player like Simmons, to handle the ball the way he does, that's just unfair.
As you said, Doris, a lot of coaching and personnel changes for the Magic recently.
Well, think about it, Kevin. 4 different head coaches since 2015, and that doesn't even include the interim coaches. You know, to me, you've got to have a direction and approach that is consistent year after year. If you're going to have any measure of stability, it has to come from the top down.
Here's Isaac. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Embiid with the steal.
And not usually what we see from him. 3 turnovers already in the game.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, guys, you really can't say enough about Simmons. Bouncing off defenders like it's nothing on his way to the basket.
Redick against Fournier. Good D by Embiid. Outside, Redick. Got a piece of it. Here's Embiid. He's coming off a 16-point game against Miami.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
The Magic trail by 7. Isaac with the ball. Kicks it to Fournier. Back to Isaac. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
The pass to Embiid. And here's Covington. Softly drops in the floater.
I'll tell you, the floater is a shot that takes great touch, but that one looks pretty leaving his fingertips.
Augustine looking around. Pass to Vucevic. Over Embiid. And Vucevic kicks to Isaac. The baseline J off the mark. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's Simmons. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And Simmons is a purebred scorer, a dominant offensive talent who can score in so many ways.
Now here is Augustine. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Isaac kicks to Fournier. Clock at 6. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And Simmons slams it in.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury. Boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Simmons checked in for Fournier. And it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine. That's good from Simmons. And Doris, to try and improve the flow of the games, teams now have fewer timeouts. Players have to be faster about retaking the court after stoppages. I'm assuming you're like me, all good things, right?
I agree, Kevin, and I think what people don't know is the impetus from this actually came from the coaches themselves. Rick Carlisle said, listen, we need to pick up the pace of play because we'd like our games to fit in a certain time frame. And listen, when you've got the leadership at the top in Adam Silver, who always makes clear that game flow is one of his focuses and that this is an entertainment medium and let's please our fans, you're going to make the right choices.
He's off on the first. And with as much news and worry that Fultz's jump shot has caused, you forget just how deadly he is going at the rim.
Yeah, has no problem cutting through the defense like a hot knife through butter. I tell you, Ben Simmons said he hates guarding Fultz in practice as it is impossible to stay in front of him. Just a very shifty player who uses his great handles to get into the teeth of the defense.
No good on the second free throw.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
Now, here's Grant. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 6-point lead. Simmons on the wing, guarded by Fultz. Here's Gordon. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Chandler. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaron Grant. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Muscala's checked in. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Grant. Unloads from 13. And McConnell gets it to go. McConnell's got his first points of the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Ross. Fades. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. That's now 8 points for Aaron Gordon. So for the 76ers, the last game, a win against the Heat.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever easy playing on the road, obviously. But that night, they were really in rhythm, shot the ball with such ease and confidence.
And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's his first foul. McConnell finds Saric. Now here's Chandler, defended by Gordon. 4 on the clock. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by Gordon.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Passes it to Grant. Outside, Simmons. Here's Ross. Again, the Magic score.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they ramped up their intensity, forced good things to happen, and now they're right back in it.
Now, here's McConnell. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. To the left side wing. Here's Saric. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a chance to check out Jaron Grant here. How last month turned out for him, averaging 9 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
And that one falls from Saric. And so he makes both from the line. You know, a skill that doesn't show up in the box score, the drawing charge calls. In your opinion, there are, I'm sure, a lot that you think are the best at it.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, sometimes this comes at a cost physically that you have to be willing to absorb. I've seen Marcus Smart take a charge from LeBron James. That's 6'8", 250-plus pounds coming at you full speed. Kemba Walker, Draymond Green. But, Kevin, you know this. When you draw a charge, you have essentially given yourself an extra possession, and you've put the opponent at a detriment because it's a foul against that player who's committed it.
Means a lot. Here's Gordon. Wilson Chandler making his last shot. Over Saric, and it's Gordon missing. Saric looking around. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
2 shots.
And that one falls from Šarić. Šarić nails them both.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? I mean, every time he's gotten to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
Grant dishes to Ross. Knocked away. And here we go. Šarić, the fast break chance. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Magic.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long 3. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep 3s.
The first free throw is good. Vucevic, he's checked in for the Magic. Šarić nails them both.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Vucevic down low. Charges there.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Here's Ross. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
Fultz. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. And the 76ers lead by 12.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Vucevic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has got his second basket of the night.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Sixers.
And here's Fultz. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Fires from deep. And so it's Philadelphia with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose, and they've played with aggressiveness.
Terrence Ross is out there with Bamba. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Grant, and it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. The shot by Šarić, no good. The Magic trail by 7. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Ross for 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
Now here's Ross. Wilson Chandler unable to get his shot to go. Yep, that one goes. Grant's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Now here's Fultz, guarded by Simmons. Vucevic with the block. Now here's Ross. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. He nails it, and we're tied up. Vucevic has got 6 points. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helps him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry.
Here's Johnson, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Ross. Evan Fournier comes in for Simmons. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Jaren Grant. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. It's deflected. And here comes Augustine late in the fast break. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright future ahead for him.
Here's Fournier after Ben Simmons' bucket. And Fournier kicks to Isaac. The pass to Vucevic. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Redick. Again, the Magic score.
Well, great to see Vucevic work that in-between game, showing he wants to improve that game.
Pass to Simmons. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Augustine. Now, Covington. He had 19 points in the win against the Heat in Miami.
And it was a big game for him at the defensive end as well. He never stopped pressuring the basketball, coming up with one steal after another.
To the paint. And Simmons kicks to McConnell. Just 5 to shoot. Top of the key. Kept alive. Tries again. And Simmons with the layup. Simmons got it all tied up now for the 76ers. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 16-6 run. Augustine passes to Fournier. The dish to Vucevic. Fournier against Covington. Poked away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the third best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Magic, 2.5 games back.
And for Philadelphia, I think they've lived up to their billing this season, that's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
I'd go even one step further. From what I've seen of them to this point, I think their best basketball may still be in front of them.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
Pass to Augustine. Clock at 4. Over McConnell. They get a hand on it. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Pass to McConnell. And it's Simmons penetrating. Covington finds Redick. Shoots over Fournier. Got a piece of it. To the middle. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Bamba wide open, and he fires. It's good from long range. Bamba's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And crucial that Bamba keeps evolving his perimeter game. Big men like him have to be able to shoot it.
Now here's Embiid. No good from 11 feet. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 19-6 run. Here's Fournier, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Terrific concentration. You've got to be frustrated trying to contend with Evan Fournier. This guy's skilled.
And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. I mean, he always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
You know, there's an unpredictability about what Evan Fournier does that keeps defenders guessing. This guy is outstanding at using that to his advantage.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Simmons inside. Defended by Gordon.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
First trip to the line for him here.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. We saw Gordon making big strides in his game last season, Doris, and it started with his shooting.
Well, specifically his long-range shooting, right, Kev? Because the 3 started to fall, and then that opened up other scoring options for him. Boy, it really seemed to come together for this guy, a rising star in just 1 year.
Now here's Simmons. 32 points for him last game against Miami. That's tipped. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Joel Embiid. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And Augustine kicks to Bamba. And stolen by McConnell. Over Augustine, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Now just a 2-point Orlando lead.
Boy, nice shot. He didn't need the fadeaway to create separation, though. He was wide open.
To the inside, Gordon and Embiid with the block. And it's Simmons penetrating. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Simmons got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Bamba with it. Simmons is there. Bamba's shot is off. Philadelphia shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Fournier against Redick. He kicks it to Simmons. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Orlando's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Now here is Augustine. D right on him. And the basket by Isaac.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
The 76ers trail by 3. Here's McConnell. Redick surveying the D. To the paint. The pass to McConnell. 5 on the clock. Over Augustine. And McConnell gets it to go. McConnell's got 6. Orlando's going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here to the second quarter. Left side, Gordon. Back to Fournier. 6 to shoot. Pass to Isaac. The 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And the shot is good. Bamba's got 5 points in the quarter.
Loving the toughness there from Bamba. Just needs to keep proving that he's not to be messed with.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. 76ers have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Two shots.
First one falls for him.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
So for the Magic, Ross is checked in for Gordon. Simmons comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. Philadelphia also making some changes. Sharch is checked in for T.J. McConnell. Chandler comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Fulton for J.J. Redick. And so Grant will bring it up for the Magic. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I thought they came in with an aggressive mindset. Just turns out it was too aggressive.
Right. They fouled way too much, and there's nothing wrong with being physical, but they overdid it in the last game.
And so here is Philadelphia. After the Magic pick up 2, here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
What strength on the slam from Simmons, punching it home and sending a real message there.
Grant dishes to Ross. In the corner, Bamba with it. Ross trying to break loose and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The 76ers have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. Muscala, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Fultz. 1:22 left in the first half of the game. Grant against Simmons. Grant, right side. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
First one falls for him. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The 76ers leading. No one near fault as he lets it go. That one off the back iron and out.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight. Boy, what a journey for Jonathan Simmons, gentlemen, right? This guy is undrafted. He comes up through the G League and now has proven to be a quality NBA player.
That's good from Simmons.
Well, how about the former G League standout and how long away he has covered? Jonathan Simmons, hungry to prove himself. This guy is young, but a remarkable competitor.
So he gets them both. The 76ers shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Here's Fultz. It's deflected.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
But he recovers it. Another shot. No good from Grant. 76ers trailing. To the paint. Stolen by Grant. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Simmons. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 6th rebound on the night. Saric passes to Simmons. And that one, good. Simmons got 28 points for the game.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
Grant kicks to Simmons. Just 3 on the clock. It's tipped. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 28 points, 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the 76ers. Fultz and Redick are in the backcourt together. Covington and Simmons, the duo at forward. And it's Embiid in at the center position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do, even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. D.A., thank you. And Fournier over to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You too.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Outside, Simmons. Fournier pulls it down. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Vucevic dishes to Augustine. Clock at 6. Back to Vucevic. Isaac kicks to Augustine. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Simmons. He's around 30 points per clip, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Now here's Fultz. 5 points in the game. Kicks it to Embiid. Simmons left side. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Fultz, no good.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
But they recover it. Outside Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Sweet little floater. Fournier's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You've got to be able to manipulate the defense in pick and roll. Fournier, nice job there.
Here's Simmons. The 76ers again can't hit it.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? You've got to be kidding. Well, the flashback to Ross's rookie year when he won the dunk contest. Give him a chance, and you're guaranteed to see something flashy.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
That free throw good from Ross. Terrence Ross, Doris, one of the more athletic wingmen in the league.
Right, Kevin. This guy's got great reach and frame for the position he plays, and he's always been able to dazzle at times, but he can also disappear. So this guy's got to find that ability to get involved and stay active. You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, there's tremendous length with Jonathan Isaac. How about the ability to finish with authority? Go ahead, young sir.
Augustine against Simmons. Inside, here's Redick. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Redick's got his 2nd basket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Fournier passes to Augustine. Poked away. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time.
Now, here's Isaac. 8 points for him. Here's Vucevic, and it's rebounded by Covington.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
And the wide open shot from Redick bangs home the trifecta. Redick's got 7 points.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Now, here's Isaac. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Isaac's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
Outside, Redick. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Vucevic. Embiid, no good. The Magic have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Here's Isaac. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Don't you get the sense, guys, how scoring comes so natural and easy to Jonathan Isaac? Tough to stop when he's starting to cook.
At the elbow, it's Simmons. Over Augustine. No good from Simmons. Magic leading by 3. For 3, Ross. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint. Embiid kicks to Fultz. Outside, Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Isaac. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
This guy has great agility at his position. Jonathan Isaac's so fluid when he's driving to the cup.
Fultz with the ball. 5 points in the game. And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Jonathan Isaac. And the 76ers also making a change. Johnson, he's checked in for Simmons. And Philadelphia has possession. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Simmons checked in for the Magic. Sharon Grant comes in for DJ Augustine. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Philadelphia. TJ McConnell comes in for Markelle Fultz. And here's Embiid. 6 to shoot. Chandler down low. He's guarded by Fournier. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And Philadelphia making a change here. Sharge is checked in. Orlando leading by 5. Grant surveying the D. Here's Fournier. Johnson with some nice D. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Chandler. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Šarić. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Šarić has got 8 points.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Fournier finds Vucevic. Back to Fournier. And here's Gordon. He's guarded by Chandler. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Just put the pass in his vicinity, and Aaron Gordon will take care of the rest.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Chandler. Covington wide open. He fires. Another three for Philadelphia.
Well, he works to find the open space behind the arc, and it pays off with the three. Nice.
Simmons passes to Vucevic. Over Johnson. And it's Vucevic missing. 76ers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Chandler against Fournier. And stolen by Fournier. Here's Grant. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Grant's got his second basket of the game.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Johnson dishes to Saric. Shoots over Vucevic. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Magic leading by 4. Knocked loose and stolen by McConnell. Plays it in off the breakaway. He's got 8. Here's Grant. He has 5. Passes it to Vucevic. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, such a polished scorer. Vucevic doesn't mind absorbing hits. He will power through it.
Saric against Vucevic. Shoots from the elbow. The shot by Saric, no good. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Fournier kicks to Grant. Vucevic against Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Grant. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Covington against Simmons. And there's the pass to Johnson. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
1:58 left in the third. Grant kicks to Fournier. Rebounded by Covington.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Grant. Here's Covington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Vucevic.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
Free throw drops for Covington. And Greg, with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
So he gets them both. We've got 1:28 left to play in the third. Grant outside. He kicks it to Gordon. Got a piece of it. 4-on-3 break. Saric has the open look. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Saric has got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Fournier against Chandler. Pass to Grant. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. And the dunk by Grant.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Yeah, he's rising to the occasion as you're trying to keep pace on the scoreboard.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. It has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
Grant kicks to Bamba. Fournier gets a wide open look, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Muscala finds Saric. Stolen by Bamba. Simmons inside. Defended by Covington.
Well, it looks like he's going to get the easy 2 points, but the defense recovers just in time to affect it.
Yes, and the foul. It goes on Jaren Grant.
And the energy of Fultz, impressive. It has an ability to nail difficult shots over an aggressive defense.
A few opportunities so far at the free throw line. He's made one, he's missed two.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And the free throw, no good. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Simmons teamed with Fournier on the perimeter. And it's Grant in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Orlando. Back to Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the triple.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
Down low, Saric. Can't hit that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. Grant outside. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul for the Magic. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Jaren Grant. And the 76ers also making a change. Simmons is checked in. Here's Bamba. Pass to Isaac to the middle. It's deflected. And Simmons kicks to Isaac. Clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Augustine's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Magic. Now here's Chandler. Defense is right there. Cans it from downtown.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
Now here's Isaac. It's Chandler high post. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Chandler. And now it's a 3-point 76ers lead. Now here is Augustine. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, nice strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Back to the line. Shooting it. DJ Augustine.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots.
Loose shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Mike Muscala. He hits both from the stripe. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Simmons passes to Chandler. And Simmons kicks to Redick. And the three off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Up top, Simmons. Covered by Redick. And stolen by Simmons. And now the 76ers on the break. He feeds it to Redick. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, and guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Back to Augustine. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
How about the activity of Simmons, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult on the opposition. So good at getting steals.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Now, here's Isaac. That's tipped out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Saturday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And when you look at that Raptors matchup, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
Now the 76ers with it. Hey, look at that jam!
Wow, get out of the way!
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like there.
That's good from Simmons.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now here is Augustine. And Embiid with the block.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Covington kicks to Embiid. Passes it to Fultz. Here's the pass to Covington. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Fultz, guarded by Augustine. Fultz, the pass to Embiid. Good work there as it goes.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here is Augustine. Pass to Isaac. Embiid with the steal. To the inside. Gordon against Covington. Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Simmons dishes to Fultz. Shot clock at 6. Redick from deep three-point land. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Augustine kicks to Bamba. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Magic making a change here. Vucevic is checked in.
Nikola Vucevic.
Here's Gordon. Over Simmons. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
Now Augustine. To halt the run, and that one good.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever, because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
Here's Augustine after J.J. Redick's bucket. Augustine passes to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Simmons finds Vucevic. Shoots over Embiid. Rebound by the 76ers. From past the arc. And that's good. J.J. Redick for 3. Redick's got 8 here in the quarter.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
You always got to D up on the perimeter. When you don't, this is what happens.
That's his 4th personal foul. At the line, shooting 2. DJ Augustine.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Both free throws good from Augustine. Here's Simmons. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 20-6 run. Kicks it to Covington. Redick with it. It's stolen by Vucevic. And that one drops. And it's 6 points for Joel Embiid.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
Well, we know this about Nikola Vucevic, right? He's always been a reliable option on the offensive end. He's at his best when he's sort of balancing that inside and outside game. This guy a year ago focused on posting up and getting better looks close to the basket.
And he can't get the first one. And as talented as Vucevic is on offense, detractors will always question his defense.
Well, I think, Kevin, there's no secret here that his defense is not as strong as his offense. But from a purely statistical standpoint, his team is much better with him on the floor.
Now here's Simmons. He kicks it to Covington. Pass to Redick. Fires for three. Offensive rebound. Embiid. And the layup's good off the glass. Embiid's got 6 here in this quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And here's Augustine, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
At the line, shooting 2. DJ
Shooting 2.
Augustine.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Both free throws good from Augustine. Here's Fultz. Pass to Covington. The feed to Embiid. Back to Covington. He had Simmons atop the key. Here's Fultz. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Fultz has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the 76ers. The Magic trail by 16. And Augustine kicks to Simmons. Outside Gordon. Now the pass to Augustine. 4 on the clock. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Augustine's got 12 points in just the second half. Simmons on the wing. Defended by Gordon. No good from Simmons. Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Isaac.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Softly drops in the floater. Simmons got 41.
Boy, they have leaned on this guy to carry their offense today, and he has come through with flying colors.
Pass to Isaac. Here's Gordon. Second chance shot. The shot, no good. Good D by Embiid.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Simmons against Gordon. Pass to Covington. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. Over Augustine, and again it's Philadelphia.
And this is an area that you like to see Fultz work on. If he can develop a consistent mid-range jumper, it's over for the rest of the league.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Here's Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Saric.
Well, we know this about Aaron Gordon, guys. The athleticism has always been there at an NBA level. Now he's paired that with the improved shooting from a year ago, and that turned into his best year as a pro, and I believe he's a budding star.
That free throw, no good. And with Gordon, he even made a bid for an all-star spot.
Well, agreed. I thought he had a solid case to be an all-star, Kev, and he knows that he is the focus of opposing defenses now, and he had to adjust his game to where he can produce while being double-teamed and sometimes trapped on the catch.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, I think the things that Aaron Gordon has added to his game, specifically that reliable three-point shot, is a really welcome sign. This guy has an incredible upside.
Now here's Embiid. It's Redick on the wing. Back to Fultz. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
And I just love when Fultz goes with that floater, showing a desire to add to his arsenal offensively.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now here's Fultz, guarded by Augustine. Fultz kicks to Redick. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
At the line for the 76ers, J.J. Redick, 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Redick. And both free throws good for Redick. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando, trailing by 17. Fournier passes to Vucevic. 1:29 left in the fourth. He goes up again, and the basket by Gordon.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the 76ers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ben Simmons.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long. Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
Augustine in the corner. Passes it to Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Down low, Isaac. And he jams it with authority.
No, there's a craftiness that is required in this instance, and Fournier makes the right pass.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Now, here's Fultz. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.